Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Darren. Today I'll be breaking down a video that I had earlier in the week where I had a 2v1 versus 2 warriors, and I'll be telling you exactly what I did. In the first opener I used Mark for Death, Death from Above in order to have 5 common points, and used the finisher in order to get up on a platform. I was not expecting to have a 2v1 fight with warriors, but I decided to use the ability just for the fun of it, as it allowed me better elevation, which procced this whole experience. I see the warrior, and then I try to find myself better grounds by going downwards, setting up my slice and dice, rolling up my feint, making sure I have plenty of space to go around, and I use wall of the start in order to start having damage reduction. At this point I notice that there's 2 warriors running around now, so good thing I have wall up, and I'm going to roll feint for as much as I can. It means I need to get recuperate up as soon as possible. I drove down a smoke bomb in order to have early damage reduction while my wall builds up, and I just try to pump as much damage as I can into the warrior that I originally started going on. I notice a Ravager around me, so I try to bail out of there as best I can. I use feint in order to keep my damage reduction going, to take as less damage as possible, even from the incoming bleeds. The more damage I can reduce early on, the less health I'm going to have to recover through having to use recuperate. When I get feared, I do not trinket it. Since I am taking damage from warriors, it eventually is going to break, and I have way too much damage reduction right now in order to have to worry about my health dipping too low. Out of that fear, I use evasion in order to avoid any unnecessary damage. From here on I notice I have my Death from Above ready again off of cooldown, so I'm going to try to set it up as best as I can. I don't have Mark for Death, so I have to use my common points carefully. I need to put CC on the other warrior. I do not have a blind, so what I'm going to do is vanish and cheap shot, keep hitting the warrior that has the lowest health. The protection warrior, I get hit with my kidney for 5 common points with Revealing Strike. With that comes internal bleeding. That warrior is going to die eventually. I just need to dish out as much damage as I can. I use Cloak of Shadows because I have it glyphed. Cloak of Shadows glyphed will reduce physical damage by 30%, allowing me to use my energy in order for damage rather than use it on feint. I still have Recuperate running, and since the Prot warrior is going to drop any time, I might as well commit my damage into him best I can. With Prot warrior dead, I still have to deal with the Arms warrior, who is going on the offensive. He's using Blade Storm, forcing me to use feint as early as I can, and creating a larger importance on utilization of Adrenaline Rush in order to regain my advantageous position. As I head into Deep Insight, I need to utilize it to the best of my ability. This warrior is pretty much full health, so I need to reduce him to as low health as possible. From the corner of my eye I see the Prot warrior from earlier coming back at us. I use Death from Above in order to escape any preliminary physical damage that I might take, and then go into Killing Spree right afterwards. My health is at half, but if I can almost kill the Arms warrior, then maybe a full 5 common point kidney will set him back to the graveyard. Afterwards, I am really running low on defensive cooldowns, but if I can kill off the Arms warrior, then I have 2 warriors dead under my sleeve. I try to make as much range as I can physically away from my opponents so they don't get melee attacks at me, and score a blind on the Prot warrior, allowing me to deal as much damage as I can into the Arms. I score a 5 common point kidney, which comes along with internal bleeding at 5 common points with the Revealing Strike. My hopes are if I can get the Arms warrior low enough, then he will die due to the bleeds, which are ticking for 10k a tick. Therefore, it'll give me a more advantageous position since I do not have any more defensive cooldowns. The Arms warrior is dead. I have killed 2 warriors successfully, but the protection warrior is back and is ready for blood. So, I need to survive him, and this is the best thing I could do for survival. Got my common points rolling for recuperate, and I'm trying to physically maneuver myself around the warrior, even using Death from Above to escape from him physically in the air for as much as I can. I have feint running at all times, and I even tried using stairs in order to create a physical boundary where he will not be able to charge to me or even melee auto attack me. Any kind of damage I take now is just going to hamper my survival chances. I tried to use stairs twice, but both times it proved unsuccessful, as they actually created a pathing for his charge. The best thing I could do is run up the slope platform and try to hide behind a wall. At this point, my Warlock Hook is almost back up, and I can try to see if I can stealth past the warrior. So I decided to stealth past him to see if I can trick him. He gets me out of stealth, so I'll run down the slope and then run back up to see if I can juke him. And I try to physically displace myself away from him to take as least auto attack damage as possible. By taking time to physically avoid as much physical damage as possible, I even gain my Cloak of Shadows, which glyphed reduces my physical damage by 30%. I even try to make as much time as possible away from the warrior by jumping down, having him almost jump down, and then use Death from Above in order to escape him for a slight few seconds. And this is exactly what I did in order to survive these warriors. I didn't simply utilize my defensive abilities such as evasion and wall because I didn't have them at all times. I tried to utilize physical displacement, have myself physically away from a person in order to not take full amounts of damage. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, my breakdown of a 2v1 that I had versus 2 warriors and survived it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.